In the depths of the dark forest lay an old campsite, shrouded in rustling leaves and mysterious shadows. A group of friends mustered their courage to venture towards this campsite. Before the night fell, they set up camp and lit a fire. However, the warm glow of the fire couldn't reach the depths of the surrounding dark forest. As the night progressed, the young campers gathered around the fire and began sharing chilling stories with each other. These tales revolved around the sudden disappearance of the old camp leader, the ghost of lost children, and shadows lurking in the dark woods. The stories sent shivers down the spines of the campers. Just then, a strange melody began to emanate from the depths of the forest. Everyone froze, for this melody seemed to be played by an instrument unseen, carried only by the mysterious tunes of the wind. The campers looked around in an attempt to understand the source of this sound, but all they found was dark shadows and silence, while the eerie melody continued. Shadows round the campfire started to come to life. Ghostly figures emerged, resembling the silhouettes of the old camp leader and the lost children. The eyes of the campers widened in horror as the chilling stories they had shared seemed to be turning into reality. Suddenly, a spine-chilling scream echoed from within the forest, and the ghostly figures round the campers disappeared. A thick mist rose towards the sky, creating an atmosphere filled with mysterious sounds and screams. As the campers hastily abandoned the campsite, they transformed into mere shadows lost in the dark forest, leaving behind only the haunting melody and the mysterious silence of the woods. Years ago, in the deep heart of the forest, an old campsite silently surrounded by a ghostly tale awaited discovery. A group of young adventurers decided to explore this forgotten area. As midnight approached, they set up old tents and lit a fire, unaware that this forest harbored dark secrets from the past. On one of their first nights, as they gathered around the campfire, they stumbled upon an old diary telling the story of a lost camp leader. The diary detailed the leader's disappearance in the woods and the mysterious events that followed. Determined, the young explorers decided to conduct their own investigation. In the late hours of the night, strange sounds echoed from the depths of the forest, screams, whispers, and a peculiar melody from afar unsettled the group. However, they didn't abandon their pursuit of these eerie sounds. With every step, the shadows in the forest seemed to grow denser. One night, they encountered the ghost of the missing camp leader. It appeared in a pale beam of light, delivering a mysterious message to the young adventurers. The ghost spoke of a mysterious portal hidden in the depths of the forest that they needed to find. The group accepted this strange task and embarked on an exploration into the heart of the forest. With each step, the forest became more intricate and mysterious. Sudden clouds of mist caused ghostly figures to emerge from the shadows. Following the clues from the old diary, the young adventurers attempted to unravel the mystery of the lost camp leader. Finally, at the deepest point of the forest, they discovered a mysterious door. Behind the door, time blurred between past and present. Gathering their courage, the group crossed through this door. When they confronted the lost camp leader, they realized that the true horror was concealed within the echoes of the past. It was well past midnight, and the pale light of the moon cast a faint glow over the old campsite. A group of young friends, driven by curiosity and courage, decided to explore this abandoned campsite with a mysterious and dark past. Little did they know, the story of this campsite carried traces of a haunting history. After lighting a campfire, the friends gathered around and began telling horror stories. However, these horror tales opened doors to a real fear they had never heard before. The first story revolved around a detective trying to trace the footsteps of a group of campers who had disappeared years ago. The narrator detailed the detective's unsettling memories as he delved into mysterious events in the forest. In another tale, there was mention of an old camp leader performing a dark ritual in the woods as the narrator tried to explain the mysterious events behind the camp leader's disappearance. The eyes of the young listeners sparkled with fear. In the late hours of the night, strange sounds echoed from the depths of the forest, a distant howl, a faint whisper, and an eerie melody challenged the senses of the friends gathered around the campfire. They decided to follow these sounds, their curiosity overcoming their fears. As they ventured deeper into the forest, the friends felt as if they were hearing the past, screams of the lost campers. Shadows began to dance around the campfire, but these were no ordinary shadows. The traces of the past were putting on a ghostly show in the depths of the forest. Eventually, the friends witnessed the memories of the lost campers in the heart of the forest. They found an old graveyard and paid their respects to those who had vanished years ago. However, as they left, the true horror they had experienced lingered in the ghosts of the past that still haunted even those who were not living. As the night came to an end, the spirits of the friends departed, leaving behind a trace in the dark forest. But the story they left at the campsite continued to be told for years to come.